All right, we are back. Act number 2. We are breaking down The Harder They Fall. I am Alex. We got Bogey in the house as well. He'll be back in a second. We are breaking down The Harder They Fall, and this is act number 2. And I'll fill in for Bogey here. Last time on Silver Screen Breakdowns, we meet the two gangs. We meet the Nat Love gang. We meet the Rufus Buck gang. Rufus Buck has been in prison for who knows how long, but now he is released. Nat Love wants to track down Rufus Buck because it has been his lifelong mission to track him down and to get his revenge. And there goes Bogey in the house. Let's go.
His mammy and his pappy.
Yeah. So then we cut back to the Nat Love gang, and they're in Mary's Stagecoach, the saloon, and man, it just goes down there, like I mean it's popping, man. That's the club to be at.
Yeah, and you always have a good. She's what you would call a madame.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a motherfucker that has she basically runs the brothels or a bar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She got the plug on all the pussy, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really all the fun. I mean, that's her spot, so the poker going on there, I'm sure she gets a piece of the action.
Yeah.
Like it's the one spot you could go and not have to worry about being shot up, right? Because everyone's got to check their guns when they come in. The only one who's got the guns are the ones who are running the spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you got to have it that way or she get robbed too. You know what I mean? Everybody knows they got Lucci in there because they got the poker going on, and you know what I mean?
Everything. Oh, yeah. So then we get another character coming into play. Now we got the marshal who's coming in, and they don't make him check his gun. He gets to keep his gun on him. And Mary's got her big ass shotgun in there, and it's like their whole crew just chilling, in the spot. And Marshall just real quick comes up, starts reaching into his pocket. Shotgun gets pulled out on him. It's just a pipe, guys. Just a pipe.
Relax.
You know,
he probably riles him up every time. He knows what's going on in there.
Yeah, does it on purpose. And well, he's a marshal from a different town, so I don't think he's coming over here trying. I mean, I don't know. No one's doing anything illegal in here, anyways.
Well, you know what goes down in Mary's.
Yeah, it's Nat Love, who's that we know that he's an outlaw. And in the beginning of the movie, he already said he's got a warrant. He's got a warrant out for 10,000 on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
That's a lot of money back then, bro.
Hell yeah. And so they get to talking, and he, just everything. He's like, I gotta take you down. And Nat Love's not having it. Throws a drink in his face. But then the marshal, he's got a couple guns on him. So he's got the gun on the crew, and then he's got the gun on Nat Love.
Yeah.
Tells Cuffee to pull out the handcuffs that he's got, put it on him. He does, and he obliges, and he walks out.
Mm-hmm.
And walks out. Everything is real, a lot more cordial than you would expect.
Oh, I mean, at my first initial thoughts, I guess they have respect for the law.
I was really confused by this part.
I was like, yo, they're supposed to shoot it out, especially after the train scene. You're like, oh, this is about to go down in Mary's now.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, this is what that movie's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so, spoiler alert, it's funny because like a couple scenes later, the marshal's like, yeah, we're working together. He's like, oh, no, we're not working together. they pretty much have a common enemy. That's really what it is. Pretty much what it is. They both want to get that Rufus Buck.
We both want the same man.
Hell yeah. And man, now Rufus Buck's back into town. They get to Redwood City. And man, such a cool little part when they all like do the flying V on the horses and they're doing the little dance while they walk kind of thing.
Because they probably haven't done it. Get in formation. Rufus back now. He's like, listen.
This is the first time in like who knows how long he was actually in, prison. I mean, for all we know, it could have been some years. And yeah, this is the first time he gets to roll through Redwood City right at the head of the crew, about to wreck shop, about to take over the city.
I would imagine like maybe like a few years. You know what I mean?
I mean, right? Like I assume it's not a short amount of time.
You know what? It could have maybe a decade. How about that?
Maybe.
Because then when they get to Nate in the beginning, he's like, obviously he's older. Maybe it's about 10 years now.
You know what I mean? Yeah, see, that seems too long then. If it's only like about 10 years after that seems too long for him to be locked up then.
Because my initial thought is like he was just being transferred after just being arrested. That was my original thought. When I think about it, I'm like, oh, maybe it could have been some time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Peacock said, "Is the enemy of my enemy my friend or my enemy?" Definitely the friend in this case for those guys.
I always leave out that friend part.
Yeah.
I would say the enemy of my enemy could be useful.
And so then they roll into, I'm not even sure where they're rolling, what building they're rolling into. They don't really make it clear, but looks like might be the bank, it might be something, but they're pretty much talking to one dude, and he's telling them about how their money got jacked by the Nat Love gang.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all that heist that just happened. Oh yeah, it just got jacked as well.
He's hot.
He's hella pissed. He's hella
pissed at all.
I mean, man, just right out in there. You see him look all the way down. He looks all the way down to the end of the town. We don't really know what's there yet. We eventually find out it's like the mayor's house is what it is. He's gonna go meet the not meet. He knows who he is, but go see the mayor / sheriff.
It's funny because now thinking about it now, it's like, dang, he knew right when they said the gang name, huh?
Yeah,
he knew right there. Like, oh shit, I should kill that motherfucker. Because he basically that's like reassurance of like, all right, I just created another me.
Yeah,
I basically put him on the path. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, that's a little bit of foreshadowing. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
So he's doing his slow stroll down to the mayor / sheriff's house. Yeah, he's not rushing. Yeah. not rushing at all. And then he goes and he stands right in front of the mayor's house. That's what it is. Mayor's building, mayor's house, whatever. He's looking at his like security guards or whatever. I don't even know who the hell they are, but they're looking eye to eye, like shit's about to go down.
I like that a lot that they do that in this movie.
Yeah,
it's real like westernish.
Yeah, you gotta look a man in his eye. Right when it's about to go down.
Every time, huh?
Hell yeah. And it's funny because like Rufus, I mean, he's eating an orange. No, I mean, they're strapped like for sure, but like they're not, they're not pulling on the guns or nothing. But like the mayor's security or whatever, they're like hella fidgeting, like ready to like pull the gun, like they know shit's about
to draw down for real.
Yep. And I thought that this was like the funniest part when the mayor, he's in there eating his steak and shit. And it's like, you know what, Rufus Buck is like going through this whole shit, like he's talking to him. He was like, "You better get the fuck up out of here before I'm finished."
I was dying. The motherfucker's not even there. He's just practicing what he's not gonna say that shit.
Oh man! And then they come in. Rufus Buck like to see you outside. And it's funny because that was his security guards. Mm-hmm. Those were his security guards out there.
They know what time it is, bro.
Hell yeah. Giants fan, thanks for popping in to hit the like button. We appreciate you.
What up, Giants fan?
Yeah, they knew what it was, man. They weren't trying to die on the count of him. Like they really weren't. Mm-mm. So they went in and got him, and he said, "I ain't going outside." And he said, "Oh, this was not a request." They pulled the guns on him, make him get his ass out there.
Listen, and let me get a bite of that steak. Enjoying the steak over here, imagining checking this motherfucker. Get your ass outside.
And Rufus he's not a small man. I mean, he's big. Like he's tall. You can tell he's yoked as fuck. And man, this mayor, you could tell that he's scared because of the way that he was rehearsing all that shit and everything.
Mhm.
So he's scared, but he's trying to hold his own, like out there. And pretty much he knew that like the first chance that he could get to sucker punch him, he knew that he was gonna take it. Like as soon as Rufus just like turns his head, looks away from him, gets one in on him. Gets him with a good one because he's bleeding out the mouth now.
Ooh.
And like it's funny because like the fights like they happen for a couple seconds and that's about it. Yeah. Each time. Like this is the Wild West. Like, why are you gonna be fighting with fists? It's always the guys that are about to lose the fight that are the ones who are gonna be rocking some fists. And Trudy, she don't fuck around because first it was the gun. First it was the not the gun, the knife with Cherokee Bill. This time, same exact thing. Punch is coming in at him, ducks it real quick. She's got him with the gold pistol in his hand. Pow! Just, I don't even know how many times whips him across the face with that pistol, but enough to knock out 2 of those gold teeth.
Yeah, what was that dude's name? Wiley?
Is that him?
The one with the gold teeth?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Wiley something. I forget.
Yeah, Esco.
Wiley Esco. There you go. I thought that was a hard name.
Yeah. And the thing that's there's little things in the camera work that I really like. And one of the things is like when he's looking up at him, when he's telling him you got 2 choices. You're about to either die right here, you're about to get out of town. He's looking at him and it kind of starts going blurry, like with the sun a little bit, like you're seeing it right out of his perspective. Because he just got fucked up. And I do like when he knocked out his teeth. Oh, I done struck gold. Come get it, kids. Come get it.
I'm telling you, this movie's fucking hilarious, bro. I'm telling you, this shit had me dying, bro.
But yeah, he fucked him up. Fucked him up. Peacock said the first dog I ever owned was named Rufus. Nice. Tag. Yeah, when I think of Rufus, I think of Bill and Ted. Rufus.
Yeah. What was his name?
George Carlin.
Carlin, there you go.
Yeah. Listen to this dude, Rufus. He knows what he's talking about.
Excellent.
And so now next day, now we get the cut back to the marshal and to Nat Love. And they're out in the middle of nowhere now. He's like, you could uncuff me a long time ago, right? So I realized they're in cahoots together. Had to get them all the way out in the middle of nowhere though, so they could kind of start talking, about this plan. And that's when the whole crew like rolls up on him, and it's crazy how they didn't tell him anything. Like,
because they're about to roll up on him and kill that fucking lawman.
Yeah,
it's good. We straight.
But yeah, they had no idea. And then pretty much says, I'm not trying to put you guys into harm's way. There is no coming back from this mission.
Yeah, you're going up against Rufus, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a death mission here.
Yeah.
What up?
Yep. So he even says, tells peeps, go get that land that you want to start the farm on, and go do this and that. And nah, man, that's not the way that the gang works. So the gang's sticking together. They're not messing around.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize. Was my shit hella low? It was, huh?
Well, now tell a loud.
Not hella loud, yeah.
No, it wasn't low. You were good.
Oh, okay, cool. We straight.
Well, yeah. So the gang, they're in it for the long haul, man. They're not fucking around. Like they're not trying to bitch out. They're trying to go after Rufus Buck as well because they know they got a whole bunch. They got a whole bunch of money, like potentially on the line if they get Rufus Buck.
Shit. I think even Nat's character, he's doing all. He don't give a fuck about the money, none of it. You know what I mean? He got a personal agenda, personal vendetta. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they weren't thinking of a personal vendetta. That's why I'm like they're thinking, it's ride or die for the gang, for the crew. It's Nat Love, man. He He knows it's a suicide mission. There is no coming back.
Yeah.
And I guess I thought this part was a little bit farther in, a little bit farther into the movie than this. But the next scene that we get is now they got the shop set up, in Redwood City, Trudy Smith Saloon and all that, and him and Trudy and Rufus, they're doing a little bit of talking, and they got to get this money. Got to get this money, and one of the ways that they can do it is protecting this town.
Squeeze it out the town.
Squeeze it out the town. But they do have the shady.
He was like 50 bands.
They did have the shady ass mayor, though. Pretty much sold.
He was on board with it.
He sold the rights to all their houses and businesses, and pretty much the entire city, and everything. And they were just gonna lose. They were just gonna lose everything. And Cherokee Bill's explaining this to him. And we can prevent this from happening, but gonna have to levy a tax to make this happen. Hey, you want town protection? That's gonna cost something. But yeah, 50 bands is what
he said. You'll be. Hey, I don't even know if you can scrape together 50 bands out of this. They already been had.
And then that one motherfucker, oh man, Rufus Buck, he just got out of jail. He's about to be back in jail. I ain't paying shit. I'm about to leave and I'll come back when he's in jail.
Right.
Rufus heard that. He didn't like that. He didn't like
not
that.
One bit.
Yeah, you, sir. You, sir, are the guy who stops progress.
You know what I'm saying?
And man, it was like when he asked him, "What is your name?" Like this in my head, it doesn't matter what your name is. Like that's all I was thinking the entire time.
Oh, that's funny.
James, bow. Rest in peace, James. And it's funny, the guy who said there's no way in hell you'll be able to scrape 50,000, out of this town. He got all wide-eyed. Maybe we can get 10, maybe we can get 15, like just real quick.
Real fast. Like, listen, I might got a couple dollars.
But
hey, hold on one sec.
Yeah, that's just that's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. He had to go prove that he's not fucking around. That's what it is. He's not fucking around. He's in charge, and he let everybody know that he's in charge. And yeah, they're gonna work on getting him some money. We know that's gonna happen.
I just realized, bro. My boy just said this right now. He said, "Oh, y'all like some Cisco and Ebert type shit?" Hell yeah, we are.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We got a rating system and everything.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? it's like you own it. Or like a same day rent, a 5-day rental, you know what I mean? Type of shit, 3-day rental, you know what I mean?
And Crispy said nothing's really changed. It's politics. Hell yeah, nothing's changed. I mean, the same type of shit, just dressed up a little bit different.
Or are these disposables? Yeah. Oh, okay. What these in for?
Yeah. And so now we're back to the Nat Love gang, and they're on the outskirts of town, where they were talking. And then now you got the mayor, that mayor sheriff dude who's rolling out there. And now he wants to be a part of it. He wants to help.
What brand is this right here?
He wants to help them because he's trying to take them down. He's pissed. Any man that takes something to, what does he say? No man gonna take nothing from me, even if it is the devil. But yeah, Rufus Buck beat the shit out of him, and he is hella salty. Hella salty.
Hey, Rufus is ruthless, huh?
Hell yeah, man.
I like that there's no, like, you know what I mean? Like, he takes it there right away every time. Because it's like when he's walking around, you don't really know what time it is yet. You see just how everybody's shaking in their boots for real. You're like, oh, shit, he's a badass. And then, you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't expect nothing less. You know what I mean?
Yep. Hell yeah. It is wild, man. It is wild. Now we got so now just on the outskirts of town, it's funny. What's his name? Is it Jim? Is it Jim Beckwourth? That's the dude who's like the other rootinest, tootinest, the one who wants to handle Cherokee Bill.
Yeah. That shit's fun. This shit's funny too, right here.
He's practicing his gun moves. Like
I've been practicing all night.
All them fancy moves gonna get you killed.
Hey, listen, that shit was not gonna help him.
Nope, not at all. But man, I mean, at least we know he practices, right? Like he does. I mean, he's not got to learn the craft. Got to own the craft.
Shit. You grew up with a gun in your hand in those times.
Now, this next part is where it gets a little bit,
for sure,
a little bit goofy, really, because like Mary, for whatever reason, she wants to be the person to like roll into Redwood City and like kind of get intel or like whatever. But like they knew that she rolled with the Nat Love gang before. They already knew it. Like even when she goes in to like see Rufus Buck, like Trudy, she's not, I mean, she already knows something's up. Like she takes her gun like right away, you know, and she brings him over to talk to him. But man, like the whole speech that she's giving, it's like really not the right way to like approach someone like Rufus Buck.
No,
like, I know you know who I used to roll with. Like doesn't sound good. Like, and also know that you just got robbed for like $25,000. And even Trudy, she's like, "What the hell are you barking up here? Like nothing out of your mouth sounds good." And so now she wants to offer him a proposition of buying out their saloon that they have, so they can turn it up.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that it was bullshit from the start.
Yeah, for sure.
They all knew it was bullshit.
Yeah, that's how you that's the oldest trick in the book. You get the pussy to try to set the motherfucker up. You know what I mean? Somehow.
And seeing maybe in the past in other movies, like maybe that would have worked a little bit. It didn't work for not 1 second in this movie. Bogey?
What happened? My bad, I was saying like to my boy. What was that?
Oh, okay. No. I thought you were raising your hand.
I was throwing up the juice. I was like, what happened? My bad. Yeah, I guess you couldn't see the peace sign up there.
But so she gets she gets taken away like right away. They're not fucking with it. Now they know. Now they got some leverage over the Nat Love game. They got shit.
I got a bright idea.
Yep, got their shit jacked. Now they got one of their peeps. And man, Trudy is crazy. Like this was another like real psychopathic, like calculated scene, like peeling her apple or whatever the hell she's peeling, just telling the whole story of, you know, traumatic shit in her childhood and all that, going real slow, peeling the apple. All to like
good.
And all just, you know, leading up to Mary about to get choked out and strangled and killed pretty much right in front of her. Yeah, and says not yet. Pretty much like seems like she's a couple seconds away from just fully being out. Not yet. Lets her go.
But that's a part of it though. They enjoying the fuck out of that shit. Bitch.
Yeah, she's fucked up at this point. Like almost been strangled to death. Trudy fucking her up multiple times, and like it's nobody else doing the work, like it's her handling it too.
She's like, I got it.
It's like we're about to take her out into the street now. It's like we're gonna what Rufus Buck say, hold her until the morning. We'll see if anybody comes by then. But then they all roll up real quick. They roll up real quick on her to save her.
Word travels fast. See, back then too, it's like that's why you know they have the figure of speech or the saying, "Don't kill the messenger."
Yeah.
Listen, hold on. I gotta tell you something. They got her. Okay, don't shoot me. They rolled up.
And throughout this movie, we've seen a lot of people who get scared when it comes to like knowing that a gunfight might be ensuing.
I mean, because it was just a common thing. I bet you the average life expectancy for a male during that time was like 25, 30. Because like, you know what I mean? Everything was solved via gunfight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
And like back then too, if the calibers weren't big, bro, like you get shot, that shit, you'll die in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Because that motherfucker will be up inside you and you'll just fucking die slow. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yep. And but now they know that they got guns on them. The whole Rufus Buck gang, they got the guns on them. They don't care. Like, still got the swag. Trudy walks right up to Nat Love, and yeah, they're just talking face to face. And you ain't walking out of here. You gotta talk to Buck. Got to talk to Buck first, and we'll let her live a little longer, but you got to stay. So he had to sacrifice himself for the greater good of the cause.
And you could tell he hasn't mastered his craft yet, because he's like, I don't know if this was part of his plan for real, because now I'm making a mastermind. Because listen, that plan backfired on you. We got your bitch. You know what I mean?
Well, Mary's the one who wanted, like, he was advising against it. Like, he was like, oh yeah, because everyone knows me, I could go in, a little bit more unnoticed from town to town. But that was exactly wrong, because she got noticed as soon as she went in there, and they already knew that something was sideways when she came rolling in.
Yeah.
So everything was wrong that she said.
Yeah, and like, I mean, they don't. What do they say? Is Redwood City? You just assume it's in Texas as well.
I'm assuming so, right? I mean, everything I'm assuming is happening in Texas.
Yeah. It's funny too, because in my mind too, a lot of times I'm like, they're in Old Hill Valley. It looks like it,
Totally. And man, and then we almost see the standoff in with Cherokee Bill and old Jim Beckwourth, and Jim's ready for it. He wants to smoke. I heard about you. We got a lot of people saying
he been practicing for this moment.
So funny. He is like, he is so nonchalant about it too. What are we doing? We're gonna have a little countdown game or something. Like, just totally taking the air out of like everything that he thought was like, life for old Cherokee Bill.
Yeah.
He just wasn't gonna have it. I'm
gonna count it down.
But they didn't even do it though. He wanted to get it going. I'm gonna go have a drink. Cherokee Bill just goes in and
that's right, because then he practices all night. That's right.
Yeah. Well, no, the next day it's funny when that happens. Like, I didn't even practice that one.
Oh. Okay, I missed that. I might have missed that. Oh, I might have missed that part. Or yeah, either way.
Yeah. But this is a good part.
I'll make my own drink.
This is a good time to end act number 2. And
okay, I missed the end of the other one. I was about to say we're going on for a minute for act 1.
No. Yeah, it was when you were gone. We already got into act number 2.
Okay.
So yeah, this is where we're gonna end act number 2, and this is where Nat Love, he gives himself up, puts himself in pretty much in Rufus Buck's jail, has to wait
in captivity,
has to get his ass beat a little bit, before he can talk to Rufus. And yeah, it's been a crazy movie so far. We got a lot of bodies that have been dropped so far. More bodies have been dropped in this movie than
the horror movie stretch you did.
All of the Halloween murder movies combined. We have seen more bodies fall in this one. All right.
He's ruthless Rufus. That's what I'm calling him, the Grim Reaper.
So if you have not subscribed to the audio version of the podcast, make sure you do that. Silver Screen Breakdowns. You can find us on Apple, on Spotify, everywhere that you find your podcasts. And if you have not subscribed to the Silver Screen Breakdowns YouTube channel, go do that as well. You can catch us doing these live streams on Friday and Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The different acts drop throughout the week. If you didn't catch the live stream, go do that now.
Yeah. And you can check me out anywhere you consume your music on all streaming platforms. Search Bogard, Scott-Free. We're dropping all the new hotness. Hey. And tune in next time for Act 3 of the Silver Screen Breakdown. Will Nat exact his revenge? Tune in next time.
See you then. Peace out.
Picture shit. This ain't a dream, we really live this shit. Don't intervene, yo, we with this shit. That's where the most high, we the most lit.